Dear students, in our today's physics class, the first lesson, laws of motion, in continuation with this session number 5, let's see very important topics today: rocket propulsion, gravitation, acceleration due to gravity, relation between small g and capital G. You will see a very big variation between this, and finally variation of acceleration due to gravity. Let's move to the first topic, rocket propulsion. The last part is the rocket propulsion. You can see a rocket here. It have a fuel tank and an oxidizer. See, it's have a one propulsion area. Let me explain this rocket propulsion. Actually, the propulsion of a rocket is based on the law of conservation of linear momentum that I explained you in the previous classes. If you are not aware of that, please turn the page of that law of conservation of linear momentum or watch my video. You can identify or understand that very easily. And Newton's third law of motion. The rockets are filled with fuel, either liquid or solid. So in the fuel tank you can have either a liquid or solid. This tank is named as a propellant tank. When the rocket is fired, that means ignited, this fuel is burned and a hot gas is ejected with a high speed from the nozzle. Okay, here the hot gas is ejected from high speed in the nozzle. This region is mentioned as a nozzle region. It produces a huge momentum. That means from this nozzle it produces a huge momentum. You can also see it produces a huge momentum here, and due to that huge momentum, the rocket can jump to the atmosphere very easily. To balance the momentum, and equal and opposite reaction force is produced in the combustion chamber, which makes the rocket projected forward. That means this opposite and equal force produced a combustion in the combustion chamber, which makes the rocket projected forward. While moving to the space, the mass of the rocket gradually decreases until the fuel is completely burnt out. Okay, we have already mentioned that you can fill with fuel of liquid or solid. If there is no external force, that means a breeze or a storm acting on it, the linear momentum of the system is saved. The mass of the rocket decreases with the altitude. There is a gradual increase in velocity of the rocket. Initially it starts moving with a very small force, but gradually it was increased. At one stage, this increase in velocity is sufficient to just escape from the gravitational pull of the earth, which velocity is called escape velocity. The velocity which is sufficient to just escape from the gravitational pull of the earth is called the escape velocity. Actually, the escape velocity of the earth is 11.2 km per second. Remember, if you want to throw a ball out of our earth, then you have to throw with a speed of 11.2 km per second. In cricket, the fastest ball by a cricket bowler, Pat Cummins, nowadays is the fastest bowler. He used to throw a ball with 160 km per hour, not by seconds. It's an unimaginable speed. If you want to throw a ball, so you have to throw with this speed of 11.2 kilometer per second. Let's move to the another topic. It's a topic about the gravitation. Newton's universal law of gravitation is an important law that you have to memorize this law throughout your studies. It's very important law, and this law states that every particle of matter in this universe attract every other particle with a force. This force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the centers of these masses. The direction of the force acts along the line joining the masses. Let me show two masses. First one is M1 and second one is M2. Okay, the M1 have a force of F1 and the M2 have a force of F2. There is a distance between these two forces is R. Now, with respect to the gravitational constant G, we have to multiply the masses of these two bodies and divide by the distance between them. Actually, the force between the masses is always attractive and it does not depend on the medium where they are placed. The next important topic is acceleration due to gravity, and it is mentioned with the symbol small g. See, when you drop a ball in your hand, you can receive the ball at the bottom end because the acceleration of this ball is towards the ground. The gravitational force is the force which receives the ball at the ground. When you throw any object upward, its velocity ceases at a particular height and then it falls down due to the gravitational force of the earth. The acceleration of the body is due to the earth's gravitational force. So it is called as acceleration due to gravitational force of the earth or acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Actually, the velocity of the object keeps changing as it falls down. There is a change in velocity due to the force acting on the object. The acceleration of the body is due to the acceleration of the body which feels a gravitational pull. Then the acceleration due to gravity depends with the letter small g. It has a unit of meter per second. We write it as ms minus 2 suffix. Mean value of this acceleration due to gravity is taken as 9.8 meter per second on the surface of the earth. The word 9.8 meter per second means that velocity of a body during the downward free fall motion varies by 9.8 meter per second for every second. The value of g is not the same at all portion of the earth. Now let's see the relation between small g and capital G. What do you mean by this capital G? Last class I explained you about the gravitational constant. It's denoted as capital G, and this small g, you know, it's an acceleration due to gravity. Consider if a body is at rest on the surface of the earth, it is acted upon by the gravitational force of the earth, and the body will have two masses. They are capital M, mass of the earth, and small m, the mass of the body. The radius of the earth is r is equal to 6378 kilometer, and approximately we decide that it is 6400 kilometer. Let us assume the entire mass of the earth is concentrated at the center. That's why we got the radius. Now, by Newton's law of gravitation, the force acting on the body is equal to F is equal to capital G, capital M into small m. That means the mass of the body divided by r square. Here r square is mentioned for the radius of the earth. And on behalf of the Newton's law of gravitation, we used to put the value of radius as r square. From Newton's second law of motion, the force acting on a body is given by the product of its mass and acceleration, which is called as weight. Let us see something about weight in the next slide. Actually, the radius of the body is very less compared with the radius of the earth. That's why we neglect the radius of the object. Now, acceleration of the body is equal to A is equal to G, that is a gravity, and the force F is equal to M into A by Newton's second law of motion. I think you all remember the three laws of Newton. From Newton's second law of motion, we put F is equal to M dot A or M into G. That means F is equal to weight is equal to M into G. Let us bring the equation 1. F is equal to G capital M small m divided by R square, and F is equal to mg, the equation number 2, and comparing the equation we get mg is equal to capital G m small m divided by R square. We compare this m instead of this value. Now we get the result for acceleration due to gravity, and it is small g is equal to gm divided by r square. Then variation of acceleration due to gravity small g. Since g depends on the geometric radius of the earth, small g is directly proportional to 1 by r square. That means the radius of the earth. The values changes from one place to another on the surface of the earth. The geometrical radius of the earth is maximum in the equatorial region, and the geometric radius of the earth is minimum in the polar region. The value of g, small g, is maximum in the polar region and which is minimum at the equatorial region. Then at higher altitude from the surface of the earth, the value of small g reduces. When you move deep into the surface of the earth, the value of g reduces. So remember, when you are in a higher altitude, the surface of the earth, the value of g reduces, and when you are deep into the surface of the earth, the value of g reduces. And the value of g is 0 at the center of the earth. If you want to have a higher acceleration due to gravity, then you have to move into a normal place which is not the polar region or a equatorial region, because the value of g is very much maximum in polar region. Thank you, students. Let's meet in the next class.